Are you sick of being dependent on your parents financially? Or if you're a parent, are you sick of your teenagers using you like their personal ATM bank machines? If you'd like to find some ways of how to make money as a teenager, then stick around. I'm going to show you some amazing ways offline and online. And I'm going to share a secret, if you watch this video all the way to the end, of how you can actually do less work and earn more money. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Amanda Vandergulik from cleverdoughkids.com, and I help parents teach financial literacy education for kids and teenagers. And I'm here today to help you with finding fun ways how to make money as a teen or a teenager, and how to make your money work hard for you so that you can do less work and make more money. So there are actually quite a few really fun ways that you can make money as a teenager, and we're going to talk about some online ways and some offline ways today. But the first thing I want you to know is that you need to do something you love, right? Let's think about it. If you're going to make money doing something you hate, how motivated are you going to be to keep on working? Am I right? If I'm right, give me a thumbs up and let me know. If I'm wrong, give me a thumbs down. I'm okay with that. Now, there are actually quite a few ways to make money as a teenager, online and offline. But the key is to first start by taking out a piece of paper, and I want you to write down every single thing that you absolutely love doing. What do you have a natural talent for? What does your child or your teenager have a natural talent for or a natural passion for? Write these down. This is important. And you know what? You are going to be so surprised at the amount of people who need help in the area where you actually have a passion or a natural talent for. Let's get started first with offline ways to make money as a teenager. Let's say you absolutely love being outside, but you're really not that keen on being close to people. I get it. Not everybody is a people person, am I right? But maybe you just love having your own time, your own space, and you'd like to get outdoors and get some nice fresh air and just be in nature. A really great way to make money as a teenager would be for you to offer a gardening service, whether it's mowing the lawns or picking weeds or clearing garbage, maybe bringing out recycling, things around the gardens and around the lawns, or just helping with those kind of outdoor things that don't require other people to be around. Do you love sports? Does your teenager love sports? Are you good at this particular sport? You could actually offer tutoring in those areas. Let's say you love soccer and you have a special way of kicking the ball that it goes absolutely dead straight like an arrow. You could teach other kids and other teenagers how to do that and get paid for it as a tutor. There are lots of opportunities for teenagers to make their own money by selling services that teach other kids and teenagers how to do the things that they are good at, that you are good at. And don't worry if you're not like the best soccer player. I'm just using soccer as an example here. You don't have to be an expert to teach. What you need to be is one step ahead of the person who hasn't yet started. Don't stop yourself from earning money as a teenager by sharing your own passion and talent and helping somebody else learn who really wants to know, because you don't think you're good enough, because you are good enough. You are one step ahead of somebody who has never even touched a soccer ball. Are you understanding? Are you getting this? If you're getting this, leave me a like below. Let me know, okay? And come on now, you're not too old to run a lemonade stand, are you? Think about it. I'm going to share that secret sauce in just a minute, and I'm going to use the lemonade stand. I'm going to show you how you can actually do less work and earn a lot more money. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so let's say you're not into sports. What could you do? Are you into arts? Are you great at painting or drawing? Or maybe, do you love performing, theater or singing? Do you play a musical instrument? Something in the arts. Think about this. You could actually create either an art exhibit, or you could create a small theater production, or you could make an arrangement of fun songs to sing or play, and then you charge for the tickets to come and see you. Sharing your talents. It's kind of like having a recital, only you're the director. This is another great way to show off your talents, start your own fan base, and then start building up entertainment value of what you offer to your community. Do you like kids? Look, if your teenager likes kids, or if you are a teenager and you enjoy being around kids, that's amazing, because that gives you the opportunity to offer services like babysitting, right? So babysitting is like the oldest possible way for teenagers to make money ever, but it is so valued. Parents are so busy, especially during times like, I don't know, a pandemic, when they are overrun with so many things they need to do for themselves and they need a break from their children, or they just need someone to take care of them so they can get some work done. And you can offer this service. Now, again, depending on whether there is still a pandemic or not, you'll have to make sure that you follow safety precautions, but it is such a value. Trust me, I'm a parent. I would totally value this. All right, so my kids are old enough to take care of themselves now, but when they were younger and this was a situation, I was so grateful to have the babysitters that I had. And it's really easy. You literally get paid to play with kids. Like, hello, super fun. Play games, read stories. Okay, so you might have to make sure, I don't know, they get something to eat and to drink some water and that kind of thing. But really, babysitting is a lot of fun if you like kids. Now, if you don't like kids, I don't recommend this, okay? And it's also a great way to experience what it is like to take care of children before you are old enough and start thinking about starting your own family too. So, you know, there's that. May as well practice on somebody else's kids first, am I right? All right, so we've talked about how to make money as a teenager in the offline world. Now let's go digital and move online. It has become so obvious that our online world is hugely important to us. And you know what I was just talking about with the babysitting? You could take that online. What? Babysitting online? Yes, you can actually take babysitting online. Now, I'm not talking about actually taking care of the children online because that's not going to work, but you could totally give parents a break while they're doing another activity in their home. So they're still there to literally take care of the child, but you could do a video call with their children where you play games online together, or you read stories, or you just have constant, communications and fun chats with each other, and you're entertaining their child in an interactive way, giving mom and dad a chance to get chores done, get work done, or just honestly have a break. I bet that there is a huge market for this. And because it's online, you could actually entertain more than one family of children at a time. You could have a group of families that come together once a week at a certain time, you're all on together, and then you have a group play session or a group reading session or a group chat session. Think about this, getting paid for babysitting, not one family at a time, but a whole bunch of them all at the same time. This is a little snippet of the secret sauce that I'm going to share in just a moment. Don't worry, it's coming up really soon, of how you can leverage your time so that you're doing less work and earning more money. Pretty cool, right? Oh, and what about doing tutoring online as well? Maybe you're really great at English or at music or at math or history, geography, the arts, whatever it is that is your natural talent or passion. You could take that tutoring and take it online and do the same thing where you're actually working one-on-one with a student through a call, helping them with their homework, not doing their homework, don't do their homework, all right? Or helping them understand a theme or a topic that they're not quite getting in school and help them get better at it through a call. Maybe you can also leverage yourself and offer sessions with maybe math or music or whatever it is to more students that need that at the same time, and do group tutoring sessions. You're leveraging your time so you're able to earn more money at one time, and then you could have like assignments that they send in to you, and then you could individually mark and assess those assignments. There are so many ways, and the really cool thing about being a teenager rather than being a kid is that your brain has already evolved enough to come up with solutions and ideas, and you are going to be surprised when you do your brainstorming session of all the things that you're passionate about, all the things that you're naturally talented at. You're going to come up with so many fun ways to how to make money as a teenager. All right, so if you have any ideas of how to make your own money as a teenager, leave me a comment below. I'd love to know your ideas. Another great way for how to make money as a teenager online, look, a lot of adults, I know, yeah, me included. Okay, so I'm a little bit of a nerdy, techie person. But normally, most parents and most adults have no clue about technology, about how to build websites, how to do graphic design, or anything like that, any coding. They've got no clue because everything that is on the online world started when they were already adults. So you can imagine they didn't really pick it up that well, or not many of us anyway. Am I right? So what you could offer is a service to help people. So many people want to work from home. They want to work online, but they don't know what they're doing. And you, as the teenager and the person who grew up in this digital world and who understands it and learns it really quickly, can help them with building their website, creating covers for ebooks, doing background coding. What is your passion? If you are interested in anything computer related, you have so much to offer to help those who are trying to work from home. So that is huge. And there are places that you can join to find work like this, like Upwork and Fiverr. Now, you must look at their legal requirements for how old you need to be, but don't worry if you're too young. What you do is you hook up with your parents and you say, look, you want me to earn my own money? Well, then help me, okay? Your parents set up an account and they monitor it, okay? It's to keep you safe. And then you do the work. And you're honest, when you're doing the work for people, they know that you're a teenager, but it's your parents' account, okay? So always honesty, always upfront, and always following the legal rules. But there are ways to make it happen because you, as a teenager, you got this. You understand this digital world. And if I'm not talking to you as a digital person, don't worry, because there are plenty of other ways to make money as a teenager. But pretty cool, right? And speaking of building websites, it doesn't even have to be difficult. It doesn't even have to involve coding. I actually use this company called Groove, where you can just build your own websites, like literally within hours. It's amazing. And the coolest thing is they offer a free program, and then you could use it to build those websites and sell that to the people that are wanting the websites built. Pretty cool, right? I'll leave a link to it in the description below. It's called Groove. So if you just do groovewithamanda.com, you'll find it. But I'll leave a link below for you. Okay, are you ready for it? It's time for the secret sauce. How to do more work and earn more money. Oh yeah, baby. All right, so here is the secret sauce, and we're going to use the lemonade stand example again. And trust me, you can do this in so many places, okay? It doesn't have to be a lemonade stand, but I want to use this example for you so you get an understanding of how to leverage your time and your energy so that you actually end up doing less work and earning more money, right? Pretty cool. So think about the traditional lemonade stand. You set up a table, you have your lemonade, you have cups, you have some signs, maybe you post some posters around. Of course, you have to find a venue. Maybe you're at the end of your driveway, but what if you live in the country? You're not going to have any traffic. I know this because, well, we live in the country. But maybe you know somebody in town and you ask if you can use their driveway and they're cool with it. So yeah, go ahead. And if they're not cool with it, find somebody who's doing like a garage sale and ask if you could rent a corner of their driveway to do your lemonade stand. Now, again, with lemonade stands, you do need to figure out what the legalities are in your local area, because some areas you need to have a certain paper, so just do your due diligence, but it's not difficult, okay? So what you do is you set up that stand. Now think about it. So you've done all the work. You've found the place to have a lemonade stand. You have bought the lemonade. You've mixed it up. You've got the jug ready. You've got the papers. You've made your table look nice. You've got signs saying how much it's going to cost. You maybe have a couple of posters here and there letting people know, go here for your lemonade stand. You made sure it was a good weather and it was nice and sunny and bright so people are hot and thirsty and they want your lemonade. All right. You're sitting there. You're pouring the drinks. You're handing them out. You're taking the money. And you can't do anything else, right? You're kind of stuck. You're working for your money, right? Your money is not working for you. So the secret sauce that you want to pour on top of this is to leverage yourself. Have you ever heard of a lever? Let's say you're walking down the trail, you're going on a hike, and there's a huge boulder in the middle of the path, and you can't get around it because there are like trees stuck on either side of it. The only way to move past is to move the boulder forward and roll it off to the side. But it's way too heavy and you can't move it. But you remember this idea of leveraging, of knowing that you don't have to have all the strength. If you have a lever, something that's going to work for your favor to help you take your strength that you have and push down to move the boulder. So what you see is on the side, there's a really thick log, but it's a log that you can easily lift. You bring it over and you put it at the base of the boulder, and then you pull down on it and it moves the boulder. It takes so much less energy and you roll the boulder out of your way. All right, that is what's called levering. That's probably the easiest way for you to understand the concept of using something else to make your work lighter, okay? So we're gonna do this with the lemonade stand. What I want you to do is you're gonna set up your lemonade stand, but you're not gonna run it. You're gonna ask your little brother or sister, and if you don't have a brother or sister, don't worry, I got your back. Then you're gonna ask a friend, would you like to work at my lemonade stand? I'm going to give you 50% of the profits. Now wait, I know, 2 questions. I know, I get it, okay? First question is you saying, hey, why am I giving them 50% of my profits? I set everything up. This is my business. Why would I hire somebody to sit there and sell my lemonade and they get half the money when I could just sit there and earn all the money? I totally get it. I totally get it. Don't worry, we're going to cover this. The second question is, your friend or your sibling is like, hey, I should get paid the whole amount if I'm doing the work sitting here, right? Wrong, okay? And I'm gonna make it happy for both of you, okay? So the first one, yourself. This is the really cool part. So if you have your sibling or your friend working for you, what does that mean? It means you can actually go and set up a second lemonade stand. Yeah, you're starting to see it now, aren't you? Your friend or your sibling is running the first one. You're gonna earn half of the profits on that. And you're paying them half for doing that. And you have a second table and you're earning 100% of the profits on that because you're running that one. Now, at the exact same time, you're running 2 different lemonade stands and you're not earning 100%, you're earning 150%. Pretty cool, right? You're leveraging yourself. Okay, back to the second one. Why on earth would your friend or your sibling be happy with this? Because you did all the work. You made sure that the weather was going to be right. You made sure the location was going to be right. You made sure all the signage, all the promotions were going to be set up. You made sure the table was there. You made sure the lemonade was ready. You had all the cups ready. You had the signs. You had the little till so they could make change. You did all the work and all they had to do was wake up, brush their teeth, brush their hair, come and show up. Right? You took care of everything. When it's finished, you're going to take your stand down. Then you're going to come and you're going to take their stand down. All they do is show up and pour the drinks. Okay? So you both win. You get to leverage your time and do less work. I'm going to get to that. Don't worry. I know you're thinking, I'm still doing the same work. I'm actually doing a bit more work. No. It's going to get better. Trust me. Okay? But you're going to make money, they're going to make money, and you're both going to be happy about this. Now, the really secret sauce. You're going to get a third lemonade stand going. What? How are you going to do that? Easy. You're going to get another friend to run that one. And here's the really secret sauce. You're going to get another friend to run the one that you were running. What? Yeah, now you're going to earn 50% of the profits from 3 of them, 3 stands, and you don't need to run any of them. Pretty cool, right? You're going to earn 150% of everything that they earn, all in that same time frame, and you don't have to do any of the pouring, any of the taking the money, any of the thanking the customers, smiling, none of that. All done. Now, you did do the work to begin with, but you'd have to do that work anyway if you were just going to do 1 lemonade stand. So you did a little bit extra to make it 3, and then you got to just sit back and do less work. And now you're going to say, but earning more money? Yes, earning more money than that first stand if you did it yourself. And trust me, it's just a numbers game. If you had a 4th stand, you'd be earning 200%. You had a 5th stand, 250%. Are you getting the idea here? How exciting. What ideas can you come up with? Tell me in the comments below. What other ways of how to make money as a teenager could you come up with where you do less work and earn more money? This scenario does not have to stay with lemonade. And I trust that you can figure this out. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of comments you put below, and I will read all of them and I will respond to them for you. All right? I'm really excited to see what you come up with. Psst, that's not all. I have another secret sauce for you. Are you ready for it? So the first one was to leverage your time, right? Where you do less work and earn more money, okay? But you still needed to prepare the tables. You still needed to do the promotions. You still needed to do work, right? Going forward, even though it wasn't a lot of work, you still needed to do work. Secret sauce number 2. This is the one your parents are going to want to know about. Okay, so the second secret sauce is to create passive income. Have you ever heard of passive income? What does it mean? Passive income means literally you just sit back, woo, the money comes in. Sounds pretty good, right? Okay, here's how it works. Have you ever watched a movie? Have you ever watched a commercial? Those actors, they did the work one time. That is the key to passive income. You do the work one time, and then, are you ready for it? You get paid for it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Pretty cool, right? So the movie, the commercials, they do the work one time. Then every time somebody buys a movie ticket, every time somebody rents a movie, every time a commercial is played, every time that happens, a royalty of that goes back to those actors. Pretty cool, right? They did the work one time. Yes, maybe it took them months of work. Maybe it took them years of work, but they did it one time. And then they get paid for it recurringly over and over again. Think of the Friends show, right? Can you imagine if you had been one of the characters on Friends and the amount of reruns that are done? Can you imagine how much money you would be making just in royalties after only doing it one time? Okay, so they did an episode every year for like 10 years, but they no longer do that and they still earn royalties. That's what I'm getting at. Same happens with musical artists. When's the last time you listened to your favorite song? How often do you listen to the favorite song over and over again? You probably bought the record, am I right? Or if you're not old school record or the cassette tape, maybe you bought it online so you could listen to it over and over and over again, am I right? What about the radio? You listen to music on the radio. You hear the same songs over and over and over again. Now, those music artists who wrote the songs and who sang the songs, they did that work one time. Again, I'm not talking it was quick. It wasn't easy, but it was fun for them. It was things they were passionate about, things that they wanted to do, and they did it one time so that they could spend their time then evolving and growing as an artist and building that second song or that second movie. Understand? And then they still get paid royalties on that every single time it gets played or every single time a new person buys it. So you're doing the work one time and you're getting paid for it over and over and over again. All right, quick break here. I want you to write me in the comments below one other example of using passive income. Are you ready? Go, write down below. What is another example of creating passive income that you can come up with? I'm waiting. I don't see them yet. Come on. I got one for you. Okay. So hopefully you left it below. And if you did, I'll know because again, I read all of the comments and I'm going to make note of every single one and I'm going to personally reply back. So if you do that, I do that too. So here's the third example. A book. And this is a book that my kids wrote, Remembering Candy. Really cute book. Anyway, the idea is an author writes a book one time and then every time it is sold, they earn royalties on that over and over and over again. All right. So my children wrote this book. This was to honor the memory of our poor sweet Candy who passed away. And we wanted to remember all the funny things that she did. So we have all these lovely little hand-drawn things. And this is available on Amazon and also on our website. And then every time somebody buys it, we earn money on that. And we only did the work one time. So are you getting the concept here? What is it that you're passionate about? Maybe you could write a book about it. It could be a how-to, it could be an adventure, it could be a romance, whatever it is that you want to create, you can create it. Look, my daughter was like, I'm trying to remember, 10 years old when she came up with this concept. We were grieving the loss of Candy and we were also saving up for a family goal. It's really important to have goals, and I talked about that in this video here, so make sure you watch that if you haven't watched it yet, how to get yourself motivated and excited to want to keep on finding ways to earn money so that you can achieve your goals. We were working on a family goal to get a Wii system, one of those gaming systems, and we were also grieving the loss of our dog. And the way that we went through grieving the loss of our dog is we actually created a really fun Remembering Candy Day where we just talked about all the silly things she used to do, and then we baked some cupcakes and we sang "We Love You, Candy" to the tune of Happy Birthday, which is surprisingly difficult to do. trust me, give it a try. It's like ridiculously difficult to do, but we did. And then at night, my kiddos, they took a Candy's special blanket, they put it on the floor, and they said, "You're welcome to come and sleep here. Your soul is welcome to come and sleep here." And so this made a huge impression on my daughter. And so she decided, she came to me, she's like, "Mommy, I want to write a book to help other kids who lose their pets and let them know that they can make like a special remembering day for their pets, and it'll help them with remembering all the fun things and all the nice things that they had with their pet." And I was like, oh my gosh, what an amazing idea. And I'm trying to encourage her, so I'm like, yeah, that would be great, and you love drawing, so you should like draw all the illustrations too, right? Yeah, she kind of got me back on that one, and she said, yeah, it's a great idea, and I'll get Quinn to draw, and I'll get Daddy to draw, and you can draw, Mommy. All right. So yes, we all drew pictures in this book, but the idea is it's passive income. We only made this one time, but we get paid for it over and over and over again. All right, so that is that secret sauce number 2, is to find ways to create passive income where you do the work one time and you get paid for it over and over and over again. You know, in the adult world, which you're getting very close to, rental property is a great example. You buy a house, people need to live in it, they pay you rent. You buy that house one time, you get paid for it month after month after month. Now, of course, there are some maintenance things you need to take care of, but it's very minimal compared to the work of finding and buying the house, right? And I don't know, saving up the money to do that, but you understand what I'm saying here, right? So I cannot wait to see in the comments below what ideas you come up with that you can create passive income on. And remember the tutoring idea, or the helping kids learn a passion or a talent that you have idea that we did in the offline world? You can actually create, well, leverage. You can leverage your time, plus you can create passive income by actually recording yourself doing those things and then teaching that going forward to so many more kids, right? So many more people who want to learn those habits, those skills, those artistic habits or sports habits or whatever it is that you're teaching them. You record yourself and then you sell that as a course on your website. Or you could actually offer those simple skills for free on a place like YouTube and then earn ad revenue on it, right? There are so many ways, and I am so excited to see what you come up with. And we'll go so much deeper into this in the Clever Dough Kids Academy. I'll leave a link to it below so you can go check that out. But I am just so excited to see what you come up with. Hey, will you do me a favor? If you found today's video helpful, will you please share it with a friend who you feel could really use some help with finding ways to make money as a teenager? I really appreciate that. You're helping me empower more families with solid financial literacy skills for kids and teenagers, and I appreciate that so much. All right, so there is a problem. How do you know how to value your money? How do you know how to value yourself? How much money should you make, right? What is money? What does it mean? Don't worry, I got your back. We're going to cover that in the next video, and I'm going to share with you a story that my daughter did. Oh my gosh, it was so cute. You're going to love it. And I'm going to show you how to actually value your money. And if you're a parent watching this, you're going to love this, because even if your kids are younger and they're not teenagers, you're going to especially love this, to teach them how to value their money. The thing is, you do not want to become an entitled person. And if you don't understand the true value of money and understand the value of yourself, you're going to become this entitled person, just expecting that things automatically come to you. And do you know what the problem is with that? People don't like that. They don't want to be around you. And the world is a lot easier when people like you and they appreciate you and they value you. So you need to value yourself and you need to value your money. And we're going to go into that there. And then after that, I'm also going to share with you the secret of how to get your money working for you. You work for me now.